Okay, so let's go for the second one. This one has a lot of words that I might mispronounce, and I'm sorry in advance. SCP-003. Object Class: Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-003 is to be maintained at a constant temperature of no less than 35 degrees Celsius and ideally kept above 100 degrees Celsius. No living multicellular organism of Category 4 or higher complexity may be allowed in contact with SCP-003. In event of total power failure, if SCP-003-1 begins to increase in mass, assigned personnel must engage in skin contact with SCP-003-1. Ideally, personnel may use their own body heat to return SCP-003-1 to above the critical temperature. However, skin contact must be maintained even in the event of SCP-003 reaching activation temperature, lasting at a minimum until SCP-003-1 advances fully into its second growth stage. Personnel who enter SCP-003's containment area must first be examined for body parasite of Category 4 or higher complexity, and sterilized if such organisms are present. All personnel who have come in physical contact with SCP-003-1 are to immediately report for sterilization afterwards. SCP-003-1 must not be removed from SCP-003-2, except in the case of an emergency procedure detailed above. Any significant change in SCP-003-2's rune activity, including pattern, frequency, or color, should be reported within 3 hours of occurrence. Cessation of rune activity must be reported immediately. SCP-003-2 must be supplied with power via the source designated Generator 003-9 at all times. Description: SCP-003 consists of two related components of separate origins, referred to as SCP-003-1 and SCP-003-2. SCP-003-1 appears to be composed of chitin, hair, and nails of unknown biology arranged in a configuration similar to that of a computer motherboard. Testing reveals that SCP-003-1 to predate the earliest known circuit boards by a factor of thousands of years. SCP-003-1 is considered to be sentient but not actively dangerous except under certain conditions. SCP-003-1 was found on a stone tablet, SCP-003-2, on which it currently resides. The runes on SCP-003-2 are not part of any known language and emit a pale, flickering light pattern. SCP-003-2 is controlled by a non-biological internal computer, the contents of which are mostly inaccessible without risk of damaging SCP-003-2. SCP-003-2 is capable of controlled emissions of radiation, including heat, light, and anomalous radiation types. SCP-003-2 contains an internal power source of an anomalous nature, which appears to have been losing power since several centuries before discovery. It is considered probable that SCP-003-2 was created for the purpose of containing SCP-003-1. Partially interpreted data recovered from SCP-003-2 may refer to a past and/or potential future LK-class restructuring event caused by SCP-003-1. SCP-003 was located by remote viewing team SRV-04-Beta. It appears possible that SRV-04-Beta was deliberately contacted by SCP-003-2. Other organizations have also been alerted to SCP-003's existence, possibly by similar means. Despite this activity, SCP-003-2 does not appear to be sentient based on its lack of reaction to MO3 Gloria's analysis and procedures. When SCP-003 drops below the temperature of 35 degrees Celsius, both components react. First, SCP-003-1 enters a growth state characterized by an exponential increase in mass. This growth state consists of two stages. In both stages, SCP-003-1 partially fuels its growth by converting matter around it, starting with any surrounding inorganic material, including atmospheric elements, then non-living organic materials including cells of dead skins, hair, chitin, enamel, keratin, and other biological materials. The first stage is always the same. SCP-003-1 will first increase its mass and then take a form similar to the shape of an F-Uroid brittle star of 15 meters in diameter, including what appears to be a central processor of 3 meters in diameter. It will form a sensory organ that appears to scan the surrounding area and will partially convert the area around it to an unidentified anomalous substance. SCP-003-2 seems immune to the conversion. The second stage, described as growth alternation, which occurs when SCP-003 comes into contact with living organic material, at which point SCP-003 appears to template itself off the organic material and will attempt to communicate with the organism that matches its initial template or templates. In its second stage, SCP-003-1 may pause, slow, or change its growth, and will also convert inorganic and non-living organic elements into functional similar structures while anomalously altering their physical makeup. While growth rate is consistent in the first stage, in the second stage, SCP-003-1's growth rate is diminished by 20 to 90% so long as SCP-003-1 remains in contact with living organic material. The percentage is determined by the complexity of the organism in contact with SCP-003-1. SCP-003-1 appears to devote a large amount of processing power to analyze the living organic material. During each of SCP-003-1's growth stages, SCP-003-2 releases bursts of radiation that temporarily inhibit SCP-003-1's growth or reverse this growth when the temperature of SCP-003-1 rises above 100 degrees Celsius. Similar radiation emissions have been replicated or recorded via other anomalous means. SCP-003-1's biology has been the subject of extensive studies. Significant elements have been identified similar to SCP-blank, SCP-1512, and SCP-2756, the latter of two of which have no further connection confirmed with SCP-003-1, and no known connection with each other, and none which are fully understood. Technically, even less understood than SCP-003, thanks to extensive cross-disciplinary research on SCP-003 objects. To date, no convincing analysis has been put forward which satisfactorily explains SCP-003-1's connection to these SCP objects or others, nor its connection to modern technology beyond appearance and potential mimicry via unknown mechanisms. Addendum 003-01. Acting on the information gathered from linguistic analysis of SCP-003-2's runes and comparative data analysis, Research Team M03 Gloria has managed to establish a link between SCP-003 and data expunged for analysis function. SCP-003-1 must now be considered sentient and is to be kept at a minimum of 1 kilometer away from data expunged and the resulting byproduct at all time. Addendum 003-02. SCP-003-2's power loss has been exacerbated by the procedure performed by M03 Gloria. On order of 0510, M03 Gloria will continue procedures. Addendum 003-03. During M03 Gloria procedure, SCP-003-1 doubled its mass and began rapid structural growth. Temperature was immediately returned to 100 degrees Celsius. Growth and mass increase of SCP-003-1 continues for 9 minutes and 6 seconds, at which time a sustained radiation spike was produced by SCP-003-2. In response, SCP-003-1 returns to normal state in 3 minutes and 39 seconds. New growth dissolved into a dusty residue which was collected for analysis. Both SCP-003-1 and SCP-003-2 ceased all detectable activity. SCP-003-2 did not resume activity until connected to an external power source. SCP-003-2's runes glowed uniformly gray and did not resume normal activity for 3 hours. SCP-003-2 no longer appears to be able to maintain containment area at a temperature above 35 degrees Celsius without external power supplied by generators 003-3 through 9. Addendum 003-04. The procedure detailed in Addendum 003-03 was repeated, and SCP-003-1 again entered the growth state. After 10 minutes and 13 seconds, SCP-003-2 once again produced a sustained radiation spike. SCP-003-1's growth stopped for 36 seconds, then resumed at its previous pace. Quadrupling its mass, SCP-003-1 formed a coherent outer shell and body. After appearing to scan its environment and partially converting its environment, SCP-003-1 then breached containment, entering observational area gallery where 9 members of MO3 Gloria were present. On physical contact with team members, SCP-003-1 encompassed them with rapidly grown appendages and stopped growth for 15 minutes. SCP-003-1 then resumed growth and rearranged components parts of her center of her form to the shape of a 3-meter tall female humanoid, with peripheral tentacles shifting and extruding primarily from SCP-003-1 newly formed hair and spine. SCP-003-1 then produced rudimentary vocalization in an apparent initial attempt to communicate with researchers. Data expunged. An unknown individual approached the promised containment area in company of a full squad of agents. The individual claimed to be acting in order of 0510 and attempted to communicate with SCP-003-1. Data expunged. Following this incident, Agent Jackson of MO3 Gloria successfully restored power to SCP-003-2 and activated backup generators to return the temperature to 100 degrees Celsius. SCP-003-1 returned to its normal state in 21 minutes and 7 seconds, and it was successfully recontained without incident. All 9 members of MO3 Gloria affected by SCP-003-1 were afterwards found to be physically unarmed with no residual effect besides psychological trauma. The converted material of SCP-003's former containment area did not dissolve and are now under analysis. Addendum 003-05. In light of the previous incident, 0510 was removed from 05 console by joint decision of 05 blank, 05 blank, and 05 blank. MO3 Gloria procedures have been indefinitely suspended. Transcripts of Incident Report A21-B, Cycle 8, for dissemination of 05 Command and Staff. Interviewers blank, blank, and blank. Present 052, 055, 057, 0510, and staff. Interviewed Dr. Tilda David Moose, MO3 Gloria Lead, Excerpt 35A.
She tried to talk to us. We all heard her voices in our heads in a sort of half language we couldn't fully understand. Some of the others passed out immediately. I lasted a little longer, but it wasn't because of mental fortitude. It's just that she was trying to tell us different things. She showed Jones a replay of all the memories of everything Jones ever felt about anything. All over the course of a few minutes, she ripped 3 of the researchers apart and put them back together unharmed. She doesn't understand human emotions or pain, or very much about how we experience the world. Yes, I would say the containment procedures are necessary. Listen, she wants to remake the world into a paradise filtered through her own alien understanding of paradise, but still a paradise designed for us, for humanity. She would be happy to make a paradise for any sufficient complex organism she comes across first. Anything with a complex enough mind to accept her, say a dog or a horsefly. If she breaches again, we have to be there first. What would it be like? I don't know. She showed us images. Not quite images. I can see them in my head, but they're not pictures. The closest thing I can think of is what you can see when you close your eyes suddenly and tightly, but brighter and more complex. The images had some kind of metallic sounds associated with them. The whole effect felt like words of some kind. I believe she wanted to see what we could understand, so she could understand us. She didn't have time to finish analyzing us. I don't know what would have happened if she had.
End of audio log. Another one done. So where did I put the next file?